Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Hey, baby.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man back for a 16th NFL season, Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants, as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete to open things up. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver.
Right.
And it's second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage. A look at the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass charge.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Giants are going to take over.
Okay. I got a question for you. I know you don't want to give out the number right away. I know you don't want to do face right away. I know you're talking about Zoom. But how would you feel about making a PlayStation account like what I got now and what your brother's got, and downloading the app on your phone along with the PlayStation Messenger app? I have them both on my Android. Mine's an LG. And we could talk that way. A party. And make it private like how we are now. And we could just add you, me, and your brother. Or something like that. Because I know you got earbuds. I know you could talk through your headset. My gut tells me so.
Great field position.
Ready. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We'll go right forward. Check tight.
Here's the former #2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league, so even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 yards and a Giant first down. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries.
Well, that's perfect then. I mean, you would already have a PlayStation account. You could do it right off your phone, and now I understand what your brother was saying last night about joining a party. I didn't even have my PlayStation on or anything, and I was outside doing some work earlier, and I could join through my phone to the party and talk that way. I could be probably at work. You could be at work and just earbuding me and just talking with me. I figured that would be a little bit easier on you, and that way I'm not asking for your number. That way I'm not asking for this, asking for that. LOL. I could just, talk to you and, hear your voice. It could even be just you and me.
129 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
We'll make one right now.
Manning's pass complete to Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, New York.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the...
Okay.
27-yard line.
Well, next week, too, you plan on making it.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And now running right through it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because...
What?
They're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on.
Congratulations. Congrats, baby. I'm proud of you.
In the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Taken in at the 22. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Go,
now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
Go.
Fighting through it. He's got space. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
I'm on my PlayStation. I'm disappearing offline. It's been one of those days.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Right now I'm undefeated.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play,
one
touchdown pass into the end zone. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Okay.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Saquon Barkley running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Finds his tight end Ingram. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He's going to take a shot right away from, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Come here. Charlie. Hey. Okay.
Now Prater to add the PAT.
Well, if I was there, I'd join you.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown.
While being on the PlayStation. I can't do the party and stream. Something's been going on with my internet. So if you want to do it, you got to do it with the cell phone.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
What's going on? It says it's connecting on your end. Okay.
Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped on the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Or maybe you could.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter.
Damn it!
Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you get a talented back, give it back to him.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Well, I'm in your party.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
There, he speaks. See, this is what I mean, babe. How we could just be in a party just like this.
At the 25-yard line.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that,
felt weird. Never again.
Because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. From the gun, it's Manning. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I have it all the way up. I'm waiting for her to respond.
After the interception, here's Stafford. James has got it, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky that. And he has his receiver. That's Jones.
Can you hear him?
Touchdown.
He's in a party right now with me.
4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
He's actually in a PlayStation party right now with me.
Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. And the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. In second quarter, they're down big
and
already.
let her know
He's struggling as well.
viewer's question is advised.
He's got to find
Adult
something
content.
on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of
well,
hand.
then
Or
you
it could
do
get
that.
worse. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Manning. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Go.
Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And he will bring it back.
Just interception. Second interception.
For a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Prater for the extra point.
I can hear you
And
barely,
a
but I
run
can
is
hear
on
you.
in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception.
Well, if you
but
guys
then
like my
returning it to the
YouTube,
end zone
please
for the pick
subscribe and
six.
have an awesome day.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return
Yeah, I know, I
this
do the
one.
same
He'll go
thing.
down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
That's how I watch myself each
Saquon
toe.
Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little
You
success.
lose.
I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by
20.
Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl.
If anyone's going to
That's
whoop my
not
play,
really his
it's going to be your
stature
sister.
here, but he has.
Touchdown, Detroit! Danny Amendola.
Oh my gosh.
His 3rd touchdown
Come
now
on.
in the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's my son's mom, babe. Gotcha. But that's if you could spank me. I doubt you could spank me.
Touchdown pass into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, That's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, okay.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Come on, Crash, come on.
On 3rd and 1, they shot the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Welcome back.
A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. 7 yards there and a first down.
Maybe, baby.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
See if he can get some more points on the board. I doubt it.
Ready to break. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Manning now on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Manning to throw once more. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown Giants. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. Look. Time left.
Oh, yeah.
Rosas good with the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished up.
No, I don't want to.
Touchdown by the New York Giants.
You know what, baby? You may be strong, but I guarantee you won't be able to pin me down. I guarantee it. I will bet my Xbox, my Switch, my laptop, my PS4, both my TVs.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Yes, I hear you.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
No. So mine's
back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
I had that
they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Yeah.
So they will go for it. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Baby, can you hear me, brother?
Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Yes.
Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks
and that was
before.
cool.
And right now, after that one, he's standing on
your
number 4.
brother.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? It's my guy.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Manning. He completes it to Tate. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Go. 60 or
59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From midfield, here's Manning. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And the return starts
I think you get off your back sooner. That would have been done.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That to me,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kareem Martin. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, I love the free safety coming up and making the
whatever.
But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I'll just let him have a
and we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Manning going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's caught. Jones.
She could hear me, but that's it.
Get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones tying a career.
Well, that's why I tried convincing her to create a PlayStation account. That way she could.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about no cam, no nothing, except for you don't hear each other's voice.
3 plays on that drive. And it's
but, I mean, no one wants to hear my voice. I'm an ugly choke, and what's that? She's going to kill me when she sees me for that.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
I know she is. She's probably giving me this evil stare down right now. I can feel I could cut it with a knife.
The 25 and up to the 28.
I love you.
The New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup.
See, now she's not even saying anything. She's scared.
Calm.
On first down, Stafford here. Looking, it's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Whatever, my voice isn't that
this
good.
Is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover,
brother wishes he could hear your voice.
A little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly
what they did there.
He's even telling you get the position. They threw it downfield. and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
And see, she even said she was staring me down.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you could
Here's
even
the Giant offense now
actually.
making their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender.
She don't want to hear
You know
my
I'm going to
voice.
do
She don't
that.
want to
I know.
hear my
That's a
voice.
tough situation for him as I see it.
I want
the
to
truth of the
fucking. I
matter is,
moved the stick.
that ball was
Goddamn.
not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5
know.
now after the 5-yard penalty for the neutral zone infraction. To throw is Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
Manning now on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nobody open.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be second
Nobody
down.
could touch this.
So second
Nobody.
down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go.
To throw again. Manning. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Giants.
I'm coming after you.
I wasn't really trying to get in a party. I was just, it's one of those days where I just wanted to.
Into the red zone now. Manning. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
So if we recap real quick, he had the touchdown earlier.
She's
and
trying
now
to
comes up
keep
with
it
the
in the
sack here.
family.
No
She
doubt
says she
about
loves
it,
hearing
he's
your
having
voice
himself
too.
a game.
Well, if you had a PlayStation account, you could hear all our voices.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Manning. And this is Latimer, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
You scared?
Shotgun now for Manning. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
You scared?
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
She says she's getting a PlayStation PS4 next week.
What we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Devon Kennard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Manning now on 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
My defense is good. I wish the defense was like this in real life.
An interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but
Remember,
I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the
If not, there will be consequences.
Fielded about a yard deep.
What the hell am I doing? Shit.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing here, Stafford is complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line right around the 36. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions,
score is 24-84. I was just being honest with you, babe. Steven in 7 weeks. Not bad. It's not a bad season, you guys have definitely established yourself as the playoffs front runner. Let's see how it can go. Cool.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Babe, I was just being honest with you and being myself. On top of that, you know, I'm a man. I'm not no little boy. I'll tell you how it is, you know, inside. Did you hear me?
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency. These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't lose them next season.
Seven 0. Do you want an ass whooping? I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice, 'cause I will love you still. Yeah, I just sent you an invite, bro. Well, how are you supposed to face me? Oh, my internet's not that good. It won't even do it for DJ. Yeah. My share play like that don't work. I am not pulling enough speed. Yeah, I have to download it. It's too big of a game, and with all the games I do play, like Call of Duty and that, I need the memory. I'm down for some D2. There ain't much I could do because I've done everything. It's the way a man should be. What he should do for his lady. You know I do. Oh, fuck. Is that what?
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade. Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions as they take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay in Oakland, California, On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Detroit Lions.
Oh. Talk to me, nigga. What you planning to do?
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014. And a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft. He even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. Carr now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league, where with San Francisco as a 49er, he can play left or right tackle.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Yeah. He was running different clan tag. You know, it's pretty bad. I'm the only one on really doing anything. Except for Ingram. I know. And I'm not mad at you for it. Nor do I blame you. Well, you better hurry because the server's being shut down tomorrow or Monday. For Destiny. Yeah. Yes, they are. Bungie? They're shutting the servers down because Beyond Light comes out. They're going to be going under maintenance. Load it up, they'll tell you. That's why I was grinding just to finish the Sweet Business Callus.
On first down, Carr. And this one complete to
Because
Gresham.
A lot of the guns are disappearing if you haven't gotten them already.
Out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside
because you only got 1 day and probably 4 hours left.
You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going out. After a while, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration.
What? Oh. I know she is.
This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Mine's 1,056. Or 59.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit.
Do you see what she just posted?
In another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens.
Bro.
They can't let the accumulation of hits
See what she
and
posted?
harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So here are the Lions under second-year coach Matt Patricia. They'll be led out by a man who's now in his 11th season in the league, Matthew Stafford.
Well, I guess I'll be the Donkey Kong man.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But boy, it's a fun 20.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Yeah. Well, I loaded it up not yesterday, day before, and that's when they announced it. That it's going to be shut down for 14 hours because of the new DLC.
For them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare.
You can't handle my
Force
banana.
the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now Matt Prater for the point after.
After this game, I'll be right over there.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Well, I'll just start a new broadcast.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Yeah, and she's telling me I wish.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I am the alpha male.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession.
You know what? I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And you know what? You can't touch D-D-D-D. You can't touch D-D-D-D.
On second and a yard. Carr. And Martin's got it. Complete. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop.
Oh, that's a dare, a promise, and a threat.
For the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually. This is taken at the 3.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Oh.
What you just saw there?
Don't make me come up there. And you know what? I dare you. I'm calling you out. You won't show up. You ain't coming up here. I dare you. Bring it on. I dare you. Please. Enlighten me. She's calling me out, bro. Huh?
Investigate.
First-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play, and it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy, so that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL
better.
play
Put you on
as well.
speakerphone.
Right there. So they'll get another
You
shot
want
on
none
offense
of
following
this.
that
You
pick
can't handle
6.
this. You.
And now the kick is away. This one
Yeah, you could do
the
a speaker
5.
to the party too. That's what.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Yeah.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also
Do me a favor. Do not look at the chat.
For a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A solid run on first down. Gain of
I dare
7
you.
leaves him with a second and 3.
You ain't gonna
Martin
do it.
re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. And Martin now in his second season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019. Carr now on first down. It's complete to Williams. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game.
You
here
ain't
early on
gonna
first quarter,
like
haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways
You
for
all
this
talk
team
no
because,
part.
number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep
probably gonna
throwing
put
it,
myself in the
occasionally you'll make the
doghouse, but I'm
tackle and
calling
turn
her
into a
out.
bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, it's Martin. And he'll only
Here,
get a
those
yard,
are actually
maybe
not bad.
2
There's
up to
one
the
with
46.
it's a light. It's got
It's definitely
less
tough to
sugar
get
into
down.
it.
We just saw it right
really
there.
good.
But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish
What you
with the
gonna do?
tackle.
What you gonna do when I come for you, bad girl, bad girl?
From the gun now on third down, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the
The purple one's not
49.
bad.
Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now.
Yeah.
Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Throwing on first down is Carr. This one complete to Gresham. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Damn. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now
what are you going to do?
Finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Kennard came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It's a screen to Richard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot.
Touchdown, Detroit! Marvin Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, a give to Martin. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Carr completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Can you read lips?
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Whatever. You're so scared.
Throwing again on second down. Carr looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I injured you, bitch.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here, not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Carr's throw caught by Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I'm not feeling it, see you.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
I know I'm in the party with you.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's
just
also
now gave me a
reaction
notification
game,
saying I was in a party with you.
on that one.
First and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 5 now. Carr and Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's complete to Graham. And he couldn't quite get there.
Oh, really?
Tackled
Yeah, okay. Come on, let's go right now.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They'll run for it with
Your
Martin.
sister's getting a little ballsy, brother.
In the backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On second and goal, Carr is pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
I'll be the judge of that.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 27. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now Stafford. He'll find Jones again. Complete. First down Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not
now
worked
you
to
got
this
me
point.
kind of
Yeah, I have a
curious.
vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in
No
shreds or
balls.
being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now,
No
meanwhile,
balls.
a pass that
Got my
should
voice
be
on that
intercepted,
bad.
but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Throwing is Stafford, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before,
I don't know what you're
there is
talking
now.
about.
When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Martin. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
You got it coming. You just can't see it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel.
They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 45 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Stafford. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking end zone for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up.
Oh,
now.
whatever.
1, 2, 3,
Whatever.
4 touchdown receptions for him in this
I
game.
was in.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance.
My feet were in.
Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
That's what I thought.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point good by Prater. And that will extend this big lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't there sometime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Following the penalty, Martin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
52's the mic.
On 2nd down, Martin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got Gresham. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
It just hit the
Now in
4th
the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, we got 3.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I ain't seeing nothing. I'm watching.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Okay.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Carr going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Raiders on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Carr, and that is incomplete.
This game froze.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3.
43 to 10. Who's going to win?
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a runner.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to go. Get a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
I don't know. What should I go for? For the $100 edition, the $80 edition? I might go for the $80 edition.
For what?
Nah, fuck the $80. I'll just go for the regular one.
What one?
Madden 21.
Oh. That's all 21. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's going to be a minute before I get that one. Final score,
Charles,
56 to 20.
It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.
I don't even have Madden 20.
I just got the standard.
My friend has Madden 20, but I don't talk to him anymore. Because I told him he can go screw himself.
She misses you and she loves you. You know what's funny is we weren't, when we were in that party that one night, it's something just clicked. You know. Then you vouching for me too.
I don't even remember shit.
We were in a party and you said that's my sister and just talking. And then her and I just started talking. I think we stayed up most of that night, didn't we, babe? Talking.
NFL. They are not having that game on here no more. They took Madden 20 off.
Damn.
I literally just went. Sports.
Yep. She's vouching for me. We did. Now, did you have the spark first or did I?
Uh-oh.
And before you answer that question, I'll be right back. I'm starting a new stream.